women's 4x100m relay, and let's meet Team USA.
The United States making 2 changes from the semifinals, and they're the final 2. Sha'Carri Richardson will anchor. Gabby Thomas will run third. The first half stays intact. Tamari Davis, just 20, making her debut for the United States. And TT Terry down the back stretch. You'll remember she anchored the winners last year in Eugene when they upset the Jamaicans.
It has been a real rivalry, a legit rivalry, back and forth over the years between the US and Jamaica.
How much of a rivalry is it? You have to go back to 2003 to find the last time that a team not Jamaica or the United States won this event at Worlds. That's a full 20 years, just USA and Jamaica trading the titles back and forth.
And that was France, and France do not have a team in this final.
So Tamari Davis, as well as she ran in the semifinals, I knew there was no danger she was getting subbed out. She's a youngster, so you give her the least to do. The only thing she has to do is pass. There's TT. She anchored, as I said, last year and held off the hard-charging Sha'Carri Richardson of Jamaica. Gabby Thomas, who got the silver in the 200 meters last evening, she'll handle the third leg. And then the world 100-meter champion and 200-meter bronze medalist from this meet, Sha'Carri Richardson, will bring it home. And who will she be anchoring against? Sha'Carri Richardson of Jamaica.
So Sha'Carri got the better of Sha'Carri in the 100. Sha'Carri got the better of the world in the 200. Sha'Carri left everybody behind. So the US and Jamaican teams are just rock solid. Morrison, Fraser-Price, Forbes, and Jackson, the Jamaican quartet.
It may be, Lee, that this is the last time that we will see Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price at Worlds. She'll run the backstretch. I told you yesterday, she's run every leg for Jamaica. Sasha Lee Forbes on third, and we already told you the anchor. 21:41 last night to scare Florence Griffith Joyner's world record. Sha'Carri Jackson will be counted on yet again to anchor the Jamaicans home.
Here's Sha'Carri, and while she is basking in the glory of these world championships, she will tell you what an honor it has been and still is to run on the same team as Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. Shelly-Ann has told us that Paris more than likely will be her last Olympics. These will be her last world championships. She'll be 37 in Paris. So it's going to be the end. We're in the twilight of this incredible career for the 3-time Olympic champion, 8-time Olympic medalist. And here at the World Championships, she's won 15 world medals, 10 of them gold, entering this race now.
And this British team that will start in lane 8 is weakened severely. You see the name you don't see on the left there? Dina Asher-Smith. So it's a good team, but I don't know if this British team is capable of challenging Jamaica and the United States if they don't make any mistakes, just because they don't have the horsepower. Daryl Need has had a phenomenal World Championships. There she is, she'll anchor, setting a personal best in the 200 and finishing 5th last evening.
Marie-José Talou is on the Ivory Coast team, as you would imagine.
That's a team to watch as well. They ran well, second in their heat.
Leaky Klaver for the Netherlands and Nadine Visser. Germany
against Jamaica, side by side. The 100-meter champion against the 200-meter champion. Richardson, Jackson. She's closing, but not fast enough. It's gold for the Americans. Redemption. Brilliant performance. Absolutely superb. They have done the double. They've rounded off the penultimate night exactly as they said they would.
A good team.
Let's go around the track one more time with Team USA. Whoa! So Tamari Davis ran all the way up on TT Terry. Jamaica was already gone, but TT did a good job of holding her own against Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price. The United States was very much still in it. Gabby Thomas, with her hand back, she looks back for the stick. Jamaica's already gone, but Gabby Thomas on the inside lane had a tighter turn to run. So Sha'Carri Richardson got the baton at the same time, but she was further out in the zone. So she had to handle somebody who was not easy to handle on an anchor leg. And it really was no contest. It wasn't like Sharika dipped into the lead or made it a race. The lead that Sha'Carri got, she held, and that is not easy to do, trust me, against Sharika Jackson. Ask TT Terry, who probably lost about 8.
So I was trying to stay still and kind of replicate what I did yesterday. Okay, it wasn't exactly like yesterday, but...
The women's 4x100m relay at the World Championships in Budapest unfolded as a gripping clash between the two long-standing sprinting powerhouses, Jamaica and the United States. For 20 years, these nations have shared dominance in the event, trading victories since 2003 and fueling a rivalry that continues to captivate track and field audiences across the globe. For the Americans, the coaching staff reshuffled the order for the final, bringing in Sha'Carri Richardson to close the race and assigning Gabby Thomas to the third leg, alongside young prospect Tamari Davis and last year's finisher TT Terry. Richardson, fresh off a 100m world title, was seen as the ace capable of tilting the balance. Thomas, the 200m silver medalist, offered poise and experience, while Davis's youthful explosiveness and Terry's consistency gave the team both freshness and stability. Jamaica responded with an equally imposing quartet, headlined by legends Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce and Sharika Jackson. Fraser-Pryce, perhaps making her last Worlds appearance, drew on her unmatched career pedigree to deliver a pivotal performance. Jackson, reigning queen of the 200m, anchored the lineup, setting up a showdown fans had been craving. The baton exchanges were executed with razor-sharp precision. Davis handed over cleanly to Terry, ensuring the Americans stayed neck and neck with Jamaica. Thomas then powered through the curve, keeping the U.S. firmly in contention before releasing Richardson for the decisive final sprint against Jackson. In the closing meters, Richardson accelerated with ferocity, pulling clear to seal the gold for Team USA, an achievement that doubled as a moment of vindication after years of personal and professional challenges. Jamaica's campaign, however, was far from ordinary. Fraser-Pryce's brilliance reaffirmed her enduring greatness, while Jackson's tenacity embodied her dominance. Still, the tactical brilliance and individual firepower of the Americans ultimately tipped the scales. Teams like Great Britain and Ivory Coast added depth to the final, but neither could disrupt the US-Jamaica duopoly that has defined the event. The result in Budapest reinforced that victory in relays is not only about raw pace but also trust, cohesion, and strategy. The final stood as proof of how precision and unity elevate sprinting to artistry, offering spectators one of the purest spectacles in athletics. It underscored the relentless pursuit of excellence on the world stage and heightened anticipation for the next encounter between these sprinting giants.